The cost of becoming Jynxzi.
Oh my god!
This was the exact moment Jynxzi became the most subscribed streamer on Twitch.
Now listen, if you don't know who he is,
Bro, you gotta look at this real quick. This doesn't even look real. This looks f***ing edited. I mean, like, talk about Elon Musk versus average American. 1 million subs, 73,000. And that's still insane. 73,000 subs is huge. Queso's like one of the biggest streamers, one of the biggest YouTubers in the world as well right now. 1 million subs. I know it's from the subathon, but god damn, dude. What does Jynxzi have right now? Like 50K?
you better find out why he's so popular, man.
It seemed like Jynxzi came out of nowhere. Like he snapped his fingers and all of a sudden, he was the new king of Twitch. For most people, this is a dream come true. To wake up, play video games.
No, I think the dream come true is to be like a top 500, top 1,000 streamer, but like you're in your niche community. Honestly, bro, I think what I would say the ideal is you. Well, I mean, I really love my job and I love my audience, but I'm not saying the ideal because I feel like that's self-glaze. I'm going to go the ideal Summit 1G. Bro hops on the game. His chat has been watching. His chat's like 35. They've been watching him for 10 years. And he just plays fucking whatever game for 15 hours and hops off. But he doesn't cross-post much. Like, he just games and then gets off. He's never been... I mean, early streaming, he was probably, like, one of the biggest guys. But, like, he's always maintained crazy relevancy. But he's never, like, you know, spiked or dipped. He's always been, like, 10K viewers, 10K viewers, 10K viewers, 10K viewers. And it's just, like, held him consistently. You know, like, he has, like, the reliability of, like, a 9 to 5 in terms of, like, income. But he doesn't deal with, like, the spikes or the downsides. I do social media. Right, but I would never want to be on the top. Being on... yeah, literally. Yo, literally the same shit. Literally the same shit. I don't even know when I talked about this. The top is a curse.
But what?
Bro, it is. It is. It is. I will have that take, bro. Literally. If you look at the fucking top Twitch streamers, bro, they get the most hate. They get the most hate if you know them. Like, I'm going to go to English streamers because I know English streamers more. Bro, Kai, I feel like Queso's an anomaly, okay? Let's rule him out. I feel like does Queso get hate? He does. I know he does. Everybody gets hate. But I feel like Queso has a very high ratio of positivity versus negativity, but I think he still does get hate. But I think his audience is like, you know, I think his audience would die for him, if that makes sense. I think I'm going to say parasociality, but I think the loyalty behind Queso's fan base is like very, like ride or die type shit. Like, somebody shits on Queso, they're going to immediately like attack them, which I think is bad to a degree, but also like, goddamn, you know, people rep Queso. But anyways, as I was saying, Kai gets a lot of hate. Jynxzi, Hassan, Jason, I don't know who Christina is, Ron, Adapt. These are also subs. It's not like the top channels necessarily on like performance. Let me actually go to English channels and then personality. But like, dude, literally all these people get like the most hate. And, you know, for varying reasons. But I feel like when you're at the top, it's like you make yourself a target in that sense.
What we don't see in this moment is what it took to get here. Because success like this doesn't come free. It comes with a cost. And for Jynxzi, that cost was higher than most people could ever imagine.
639 hours streamed to an average viewership of 2. That's Jynxzi, man.
While his friends were out living their college...
God damn, bro. He streamed 600 hours to 2 people. That's fucking dedication, bro. 600 hours to no one. Literally, 2 people, bro. That's like your mom, your dad. Nightbot and a random friend.
College years, Jynxzi was alone, night after night, sitting in front of a camera, streaming to almost no one.
Because it's not about the hours that they know about. It's about what you do in the dark room when it's you and your thoughts.
For years,
Okay, no, that was actually like hard, but I didn't expect Jynxzi to say some like motivational ass shit like that. I feel like that's something I would hear in like a gym motivation clip, like a montage I'd listen to when I was like working out when I was 14. It's not how hard you get hit. It's not about how hard you get hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward.
so low they didn't even register. 5 viewers, 10 viewers. It was a dream no one else could see.
Every great thing that you will ever achieve is brick by brick, day by day, night by night.
But the real question is, what exactly did he give up to reach number 1?
His fucking life.
Nicholas Stewart, or as we know him
What the
today,
fuck are you talking about, bro? Jynxzi streams all day, bro. What? Look at that motherfucker's hours. Like, comparable to anybody else, dude, it's insane. I stream averagely like 100 to 120 hours a month. Like, this is my stream stats, right? Like, I stream 100 to 120 hours a month. Queso streams around like 96. I think Queso streams 4 hours, hard cuts it off. Bro, average hours streamed a month for Jynxzi is in the 200s. Yeah, it's been a little less over the summer. But like, bro, 263, 261. What is that per day? 263 minus or divided by 3. That's 8.7 hours a day every day in a month, right? So like if you're like removing like weekends, I mean, he streams, I don't think he takes days off. At least often, right? Like this is over the last, what, like 3 weeks? 19, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 1, 2, 3. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So over the last 15 days, he hasn't taken a day off. Which, like, yeah, it's streaming, but, like, oh, he's actually been streaming a little less recently. I think that's good for him, bro. That's, like, a mental health thing, bro. I think streaming over, I will have the take that streaming over, I think Ron says the same thing at times, but I think Ron also streams a lot. Streaming over, like, 5 hours a day, every day, is unneeded. Like, unless you're first and foremost a streamer, there's no point in streaming, like, 12-hour days. Like, it makes sense for people like XQC or like Train or guys that kind of like live on Twitch. But if you are basically like spreading your wings across all social media platforms, streaming like 9 to 15-hour days is just insane. Like, why?
he wasn't chasing streamer awards. His first love was actually soccer. He played competitively for a local team called Everton FC in Florida.
Yeah, so did I. I played for the Purple Fighters.
And for a while, that was his entire world outside of school. As the mid-2010s rolled around, soccer wasn't his only obsession anymore. Like countless teenagers, he was sinking deeper into the world of video games. It started with the mobile game Clash Royale. Nick grinded his way up the ranks, even competing at the semi-pro level under the name...
Oh my god, Nick. Jynxzi's name is Nick. I always... Yo, isn't it so weird when you hear the real name of somebody with like a show name? Nicholas. Do you think he hates being called that? Should I just text him Nicholas? What's up, Nick? He'd be like, bro, what? What's your real name? Oh, I don't know. Joe Bartolozzi, what's my real name? Oh, it's actually John. No. But that's like the screen name for certain streamers gets just so ingrained. It's like, I know his real legal name isn't Jynxzi, but I'm like, I never think of anything but like, oh, this guy's Jynxzi.
It's Noah Nick. By his junior year, the focus had once again shifted. He wanted to stream, so he created a new account, called it I Sweat Games. And for the first time, he hit go live on Twitch.
His first username was I Sweat Games.
Alright, what's up, guys?
Who the fuck? How did he find his first stream? Now that's mad weird. How did he find his first stream? That doesn't even exist anymore. What do you mean? Bro, this is from like 8 years ago. Yeah, where was this VOD? Like he saved this and posted it or something?
Let's go.
And the timing of this move was perfect, because 2018 was the year live streaming exploded into the mainstream. Fortnite was everywhere, pulling in millions of players and casual viewers. Streamers like Ninja, Tfue, and Daquan were becoming household names.
Nah, best year to get into streaming was 2020. 2020 to 2021, bro. That's where that was like COVID. Nobody had anything to do. And I think small streamers had their peak then. Like most people that streamed during 2020, if you look at their Twitch tracker, they had the most viewers they ever had in 2020 to 2021. Because that was when like everybody was just watching like anyone. Now I think it's been like really split to where like the highest streamers get the most viewers because people don't want to just like stream bounce a lot, but you had nothing else to do for like 10 hours a day. So
Ninja's
you'd watch 20 viewer streamers.
collabs with Drake, Travis Scott, and Juju Smith-Schuster made headlines outside of the gaming world, putting Twitch in front of audiences who had never watched a live stream.
When did Ninja do the floss on New Year's Eve? I didn't see that live. I only saw clips of it, and I'm kind of upset about it because I don't watch the ball drop.
And that sudden surge of attention created space for new creators to break through. Now, I Sweat Games was short-lived. Nick dropped that username and started fresh as Jynxzi, but starting then gave him a chance to grow with the platform. He just had to follow the usual playbook.
Do you go to school? I graduated high school last year, bro. I'm pursuing a career and becoming a full-time Twitch streamer and YouTuber.
To become
See, bro, I feel so split on when people say that. Because, like, most people would probably be like, bro, you're corny, you know? And I feel like he probably got that hate. You know what I'm saying? Like if he had just graduated high school and he was streaming to no people and they'd be like, what do you do? Like you're like 18, bro. You just got out of college or not college, high school. Like, are you going to go to college? Are you going to try to go to, no, I'm going to be a Twitch streamer. Most people would be like, bro, figure it out. You know, I even got that shit at times, but I'm like, I think that's good to be that pursuant of your dreams, but I feel like Jynxzi is also, I don't want to say don't do that because obviously it worked for him and I think it could work for anybody, but I think you should always have a backup. You know what I mean? Like my take, whenever I hear somebody that's like, yeah, dude, just quit my job. I'm going to start up stream, making my account today. Huh? Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to pay rent next month. Maybe I'll fucking spark up some viewers. Huh? Quitting your job you've never even streamed before? Like, that's crazy. I think, like, you kind of want to, like, slowly pick up one, drop the other, and then transition to social media. I think he's also in a different position where he had, like, a year to try this out. But, you know, I always get worried for people because I don't want them to, like, not make it and then be in a slump. But then it's also, like, you know, I think putting all your eggs in one basket can go really good or really bad.
A top 1% streamer on Twitch, you really had to chase the biggest titles. And at that time, that game was Fortnite.
It's called Fortnite. It's free.
The new season rolled out. You had to be the first to show the viewers what was new. Be the first to find the bugs, the Easter eggs, to play the games in ways no one else was. And that's how you'd stand out.
Yo, we need that, my man. Hold on, chat. We need that.
But first, a quick word from our sponsor.
I'm going to have the take that I think being a personality on Twitch was easier in like 2018 than it is now. I think the competitive space now is a lot harder. There's more viewers to go around, which is an understandable counterpoint. But I think a lot of big streamers then played one game. It was rare. I think most streamers now are variety streamers. Most big streamers. They do a lot of shit. They play games. They do regular content. They plan things. It's like even somebody like Queso, who just plays video games most of the time, is playing so many different games. Like, it was so common in 2018 for like 85% of the streamers you watch to either play only Call of Duty, only Apex, only Fortnite, only fucking Overwatch, only League of Legends, only whatever. Like, they never did anything else. It was just gamers, and they only played one game. And that's what you watch them for. Vanoss, YouTuber.
During today's video, and let's get back to it. But when Jynxzi was faced with this playbook, he ignored it. Instead, he went all in on Rainbow Six Siege.
Dude, Siege is the greatest game on planet Earth.
Siege at the time was practically on life support. I mean, Rainbow Six was barely scraping past 80,000 average viewers on a good month. And when you compare it to Fortnite's 78.3 million active users each month, it becomes pretty clear. Siege was the wrong game to bet on.
Imagine not playing Rainbow Six Siege.
And yet, Jynxzi stuck with it, because even with all its flaws, Siege was different.
My bet was on Knockout City when I started streaming. That didn't go as planned. That game doesn't exist anymore.
Strategize in ways that no other mainstream game did. But choosing such an unpopular game came at a price.
I'm 19. I'm pursuing a career and becoming a full-time Twitch streamer, full-time YouTuber.
By ignoring the industry's biggest titles, Jynxzi made his uphill battle even steeper. On a platform already stacked against smaller streamers, he was cutting himself off from the easiest route to visibility and
I highly disagree. Highly disagree. I think him going into Rainbow Six was an odd choice for sure. But trying to get into streaming and getting into streaming in the most popular gaming category is a hit or miss because you're entering the most competitive space. Jynxzi entering Rainbow as early as he did enabled him to climb better in that category, right? So if people liked Rainbow, they would like Jynxzi. If you like Fortnite, you would watch Ninja or Tfue or like any other, you know, famous streamer of that game at that time.
seemed to care about.
We stream every day. Most consistent Siege streamer there is every single day.
For a year straight, Jynxzi streamed Rainbow Six gameplay to an average viewership of just 5. And at times, it pushed him to the brink.
If I could just get 1 follower a day, I would be happy.
With so few people watching and stagnant growth, he seriously considered walking away from streaming altogether.
My friends, my teachers, guidance counselor just said like, oh, you're wasting your time. You're not going to be a streamer. That's a
Yeah, and then you go up to them and you fucking hit a fat money spread up the arm. Jynxzi makes what his teachers make that were making fun of him in 8 hours. In what they make in a year. Like, their yearly salary, Jynxzi's making in less than a day. And those motherfuckers are clowning on him. Like, I think that's a different thing. Teachers, I think, should be obviously directive in a sense of, like, you know, hey, I think this is how I can help you best. But I think, like, punching down people's dreams as a teacher is, like, the wackest thing you could do.
not realistic, that too.
As exhausting as it was, he kept streaming, day after day, doing what he genuinely enjoyed, holding on to the belief that maybe one day it would pay off.
5 viewers, he's grinding. He's on the grind.
As he got better at the game, the Siege community began to tune in. Slowly, 5 average viewers turned into 15. 15 became 50.
You guys are freaking crazy, bro.
And by June, his Twitch following had jumped from just 300 to over 3,000 followers.
Bro, we're at 993 viewers. Can we hit 1,000 viewers, bro?
But in the summer of 2021, he hit a wall, 1,500 average viewers. The reach of Rainbow Six had hit its limit.
Yeah, he hit a wall, but I think he did hit that wall because Rainbow at its time wasn't that popular. But even then, that's not a bad wall to hit, right? Like, you could be a full-time streamer on 1,500 viewers. There's so many, half of the guys I stream with, bro, like, I think like Puffer and Pezzy and a lot of those guys, they average around like 2-3K. I think Pezzy's around like 1,500. You could rip that. Like, that's easy. That's easy to fucking run that, you know, for years. If you can maintain that niche of a community. I averaged 1,500 viewers for a long time.
Most popular players in the space, and even having a personal charm in the game, no one outside of the Rainbow community cared enough to tune into the streams. For almost an entire year, Jynxzi sat there, at 1,500 viewers, making enough money to not have a job, but not enough to really live a life.
How much do you think the average 1,500 viewer Twitch streamer makes? No YouTube content. I think like raw. It very much depends on how many subs they're getting. It really depends on how many subs they're getting, because you're and how many ads you're running. I would say the average 1,500 viewer streamer on Twitch is probably making like 10K a month. 10 to 20. Nah, 10. I'd go 10, not 20. 20's a lot. I'd go there making over 100K a year. If you're streaming like 100 hours a month with over 1,000 viewers, you're probably making like 10K a year. Or not 10K a year, 10K a month. Yeah, for sure. Are you fucking kidding me?
So one day, he woke up to thousands of new followers. He was confused at first, then checked TikTok. Someone had screen recorded his stream from the day prior and uploaded a short clip to TikTok.
How's that not enough to live? No, he said enough to live, but he's saying not enough to like, you know, live lavishly.
It was of him opening alpha packs in Rainbow, getting the same annoying rubber duck.
Oh my god, I remember seeing these clips of Jynxzi where he was going for, what is it called? Jaeger Black Ice.
Someone had screen recorded his stream from the day prior and uploaded a short clip to TikTok. It was of him opening alpha packs in Rainbow, getting the same annoying rubber ducky charm 3 times in a row.
Another rubber ducky!
And this clip exploded on TikTok, raking in over 17 million views that day.
Oh, it's not real, it's a myth?
How many do you guys have?
When he started up stream later that day, that ceiling finally moved. Thousands poured in, and Jynxzi's stream peaked at over 4,000 live viewers. It had been almost 4 years since he started streaming, and Jynxzi had finally moved up a rung on Twitch's endless ladder.
5,000 viewers already. That is a Jynxzi channel record.
But what no one could have guessed was how quickly he'd shoot towards the top from here. That viral clip was the light bulb moment. If one random highlight could pull thousands to his stream, what would happen if he started posting them himself? So he ramped up the content machine, launching new accounts on TikTok and YouTube, cutting together his rages, his highlights.
Every Jynxzi video I see now, he's covered in like olive oil, just making like weird noises. Like fully shaven, like covered in oil, just like making like, just like face literally like this close to the camera.
Every day, dozens of accounts were pumping out Jynxzi's reactions, funneling even more viewers straight to his streams.
We had 10,000 viewers!
By January of 2023, Jynxzi had cleared over 500,000 followers on Twitch, then 750,000 in March, and just weeks later came the milestone every streamer dreams of: 1 million followers on Twitch.
I will say, I think most milestones for streamers are view counts rather than followers. Not that it doesn't matter, because it's still fucking awesome to hit that. But I think, like, people care how similar people care about a million subs on YouTube. I think people care about, like, hitting, like, 10K on Twitch in terms of, like, average viewers.
I'm calling my dad.
And it didn't stop there. Just days later, the sub counter rocketed past giants like XQC and Kai Cenat. Jynxzi, streaming Rainbow Six Siege, was the #1 subscribed streamer on Twitch.
Yeah, he's the #1 most sub person on Twitch right now. Yeah, which is crazy, by the way.
I haven't gotten to watch him yet, but his TikTok seemed pretty funny.
Right now, until that low taper fade meme picks up a little bit more. Then we'll see who the real big dog is.
And at the 2023 Streamer Awards, he was crowned both the best gamer and breakout streamer of the year.
Because the biggest streamer in the world right now is a guy named...
Oh, I love Squeaks. I love Squeaks.
Gamer and breakout streamer of the...
I'm sorry. Well, I think all these are great choices, but I do love Squeaks. I just got to throw that in there. Love Queso, and, you know, I don't really watch Black Boy Max, but...
Year.
Because the biggest streamer in the world right now is a guy named Jynxzi. And for a full year, he streamed on Twitch to an average viewership of 2.
It literally just started as an idea and a dream and a goal.
Yeah, he's streaming like 7-8 hours a day for 5 people. It's me, that's your bud. People. Man.
November 2019, 5 viewers.
Yeah, like, look how flat that line is. Well, it looks so flat because his peak was so crazy. Like, here, he was still averaging, like, 3K viewers. You know what I mean? Like, this looks like, oh, shit, nobody's watching him, then everybody's watching him. Like, right here, still probably, like, fucking 15K. So, in comparison, it just looks smaller.
Every great thing that you will ever achieve is brick by brick, day by day, night by night. December 2019, 5 viewers. It started off 5 years ago. 5!
I'm pursuing a career and becoming a full-time Twitch streamer and YouTuber.
January 2020, 5 viewers. The amount of mother that'll tell you that you can't do something because they can't imagine themselves doing something. If you have a dream, you have to protect that dream every single day when you wake up.
And you know the craziest shit too is the motherfuckers that were sitting there telling him it wouldn't work out and he would never make it. Then he did. And I guarantee you they immediately flip, double down. They either immediately flip and glaze or they double down and go, man, he got so lucky. I wish I could have a job like that. Yo, this shit's so low effort, so easy. Anybody can do it. Like, it's literally the direct opposites. It's just literally people that hate to hate. Like, actually switch it up like crazy, but not even a good switch up. It'll be like, yo, you're never going to make it. That shit's hard as fuck. There's literally no point. To, oh, dude, streaming's so easy. You have the best job in the world. What are you talking about?
Bro, you cannot lose if you just don't give up. Literally, bro, the only way to lose is to give up.
The crazy thing is why this all worked in the first place. A generation ago, streamers lived and died by the games they played. If the game popped, so did they. But if it faded...
I still think that's very true even in modern times. Like, I understand what he's saying. Modern times, like, you know, 5 years ago wasn't modern times. But I'm saying, like, recently. Like, a long time ago, you know, 2016, 2018, if you were a streamer, you lived and died by the game. But people still do that. You know, like, look at modern Fortnite streamers. They're fucking falling off like crazy. You know, it's because the game's fucking dying. Like, you know, hate to say it, the reason The reason Fortnite streamers aren't doing well isn't because they're any less entertaining. It's because the game fucking is doing bad. Like, bad. Like, the game is continuously losing players, losing viewers, losing, you know, potentiality for people to want to watch, because you're not going to want to watch a game that you don't like playing. You know, you might watch games that you don't play, but you would play if you could, or you would just rather not and rather watch something. But, like, the majority of people that watch Fortnite streamers or, like, League streamers are also players. And if they stop playing, they stop watching.
Their careers went with it. Jynxzi flipped that script. Siege was already on life support when he started, so his growth was never tied to the popularity of the game. The climb took longer, but it built a foundation that wouldn't...
I think Jynxzi's popularity was slightly tied to the game, but I think he has a very heavy audience that still likes watching him for him. Top guy on any stream, you are dealing with all of the bullshit.
However, success often comes at a cost. In just a few months, he went from a random kid on Twitch to the internet's main character, and that meant his personal life wasn't really his anymore. Relationships, drama. Suddenly, it was all being dissected.
Yeah, more and more of your life gets put in the hands of other people. You kind of become like a cranked robot to a degree, where like the more when you're at the top like that, you basically are just like a puppet that people use for entertainment in some form or another, you know. But at the end of the day, it's like, for you to appeal to an audience, you basically have to like bend to anything that they want to see. And then usually creators hit a point where they go, fuck this. And I think Jynxzi did. And that's why, you know, he had a dip in viewers, but I think he's still one of the biggest streamers of all time. And I think a lot of people clown on him for that. I fucking respect it, man. For him to like slightly abandon the game that he played for so long and want to be like, I'm just going to make the content I want to make. Like, that's really hard to do. It seems easy, but like in his position, when he knows it's going to have a negative downside, like monetarily for him, like, you know,
dissected by millions of strangers. What was once private became part of the content machine, whether he wanted it to or not. And even inside Siege, not everyone was happy with Jynxzi. Some of the OG players hated the new wave that he brought with him. They said his streams made the game less serious, that the culture was more about entertainment than strategy. The exact energy that revived Siege also made Jynxzi a target within the game's most dedicated community. But that's the trade-off of internet fame. You work so hard to get everything you ever wanted, only to realize it comes with everything you never asked for.
I've been thinking about making this video for a very long time. I am retiring. I'm no longer going to be streaming, posting YouTube videos, posting TikTok.
When the fuck did he post this?
I feel like I lost all my love for it and passion for it. And now it's like, I just don't even want to stream anymore. So thank you to all my supporters. And
this is an April Fool's joke.
This is goodbye.
And for Jynxzi, the only way through was the same way he started. Keep pushing.
Psych! Part-time's Jynxzi is gone. Starting tomorrow, I'm streaming every night, 7 p.m. to 12 p.m. I'm back on my 5-hour. Let's get it. Let's go. Click the sub button, click the like button, and let's do this for our mama and our little brother too.
He built his whole career on consistency, on showing up no matter what, and now that mindset was the only thing holding it all together. He began branching out, pushing his content far beyond the walls of Rainbow Six Siege. Jynxzi hosted online dating shows, opened fan mail live on camera, and began IRL streaming with some of the biggest names on Twitch.
You do, you're crushing.
Yeah, thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
This was actually the time period that I myself first became a fan of Jynxzi. In early 2024, those clips of mukbangs...
Yeah. Bro, the queso collab where they were just like unboxing shit and just eating chicken nuggets. Like the most unplanned.
With queso and cooking with Sketch started flooding my TikTok feed.
Was that pot rusty, or trying to find out what the metal taste is there?
That is a funny ass. When they were doing the cooking streams together, that was a funny ass segment where they were just fucking it up constantly.
And I'll admit, I can't stand the cringy, over-the-top screaming reactions by streamers.
Dude, I think Sketch gets a lot of hate too because he's lost viewers, but I think Sketch is genuinely like more of a personality than a streamer, if I'm being real. Like, I think Sketch is just somebody that's entertaining to just show up anywhere. He kind of is like a character in a TV show that like transitions between TV shows. Like, Sketch will just show up somewhere and everybody's like, oh, that's Sketch.
That's actually pretty funny. Anyways, this was the first time that I saw Jynxzi be more of himself and less of an internet character. These clips, especially—
Oh my god, his gross ass loofah. I remember that fucking clip from that. I don't know if that was that stream. Oh.
Less of an internet character. These clips, especially the sketch, were hysterical and created trends far outside of the gaming community.
You're gonna need a frisbee to cover those pepperoni nipples.
These streams took Jynxzi to an all-new high, averaging nearly 100,000 viewers per stream and peaking at 229,525 concurrent viewers.
Wow.
For perspective, Twitch as a whole maintains an average of 2.6 million active users at any given time, meaning Jynxzi alone—
Yo, I'm like 0.001% of that rep.
Had 10% of the entire platform watching his stream. To Jynxzi, this made it infinitely clear. His fans were watching for him, and no matter what he streamed, they'd be there. The mental barrier of streaming for performance was gone. Jynxzi really just streamed whatever he wanted to. He still streamed Rainbow, but there was constantly new additions, some that even go all the way back to the beginning of this journey.
How long have you been streaming, honestly?
Yeah,
when did you start?
I've never even said this.
Oh, the full send pod? Oh, the full send pod? Get sendy with it?
Like, I was streaming when I
I'll get sendy with it? Crack a happy, dad?
was
A full send?
freshman in high school. I was streaming when I was 15. So I've streamed on
Oh, that was low-key sendy?
3 different accounts. I started off streaming Clash Royale.
Earlier this year, Jynxzi hopped back onto the Clash Royale grind, streaming more and more of the content he used to stream to just an audience of 5. But this time, it wasn't the task of performing that was fueling the grind. The same game that lit the spark of his competitive drive was surging again in popularity, and it would be easy to chalk that up to timing or coincidence if the number—
Yo, can I make a bet on what Jynxzi's next game is alongside of Clash Royale? Let's do an analytical deep dive here. Jynxzi likes returning to games that he's played previously. And he also plays games that are typically not games that people stream. I'm going to go to what Jynxzi streams. NBA 2K? No, he's never going to peep back to that shit. I feel like he'll still run Clash for a very long time because I think that game has like a long longevity. This is what he streams. Look at this. Fuck, oh my god. 9,800 hours in Rainbow, 688 Clash, 227 just chatting, and then it's immediately drop off. I think he plays FIFA, but I feel like he opens packs more than anything. He played only up for 22 hours. My god. What would be the next game he'll play? It's going to be like some multiplayer shit. He loves playing multiplayer games. You know what I would love to see? I think his viewers would hate it. And I don't think I would love the content, but I would love to see Jynxzi get obsessed with League of Legends. I think that would be like that would be like the equivalent of like Tyler 1 era. Like, I think Jynxzi would get really toxic in game. And it would be, oh my god. I think he would get banned from fucking League.
Numbers weren't there. In June, 8 out of the 10 uploads on Jynxzi's channel were Clash Royale, with the game's player count jumping over 8.4 million in that exact same month. Whether he'll admit it or not, the moment he came back—
Wait, what? Since Jynxzi switched to Clash Royale, it upped player bases by 8 million?
There. In June, 8 out of the 10 uploads on Jynxzi's channel were Clash Royale, with the game's player count jumping over 8.4 million in that exact same month.
Oh my god, the creator code is going to... I'm reverting back to what I said. I think Jynxzi's making $50,000 a day. I'm reverting back to what I was saying before. Bro, he individually brought 8 million players over to Clash.
Whether he'll admit it or not, the moment he came back, the game itself seemed to wake up too. And not just Clash Royale. Overnight, a surge of 800,000
He averages way less now, but his sub count's all the same.
Players jumped back into Clash of Clans, like it was almost a brand new release. And we were right there with him. But behind every stream, behind all the numbers and the noise, is the life that keeps him grounded.
You live with the parents, right?
Yeah, I live with like my mom, my brother, my cousin.
Off camera, it's not about winning or losing in a video game. It's about family and the quiet moments that never make the highlight reel. A steady support system that's been there from the very beginning, reminding him who he is at the end of the day.
To me, family's all you really have in life. Like, you can have like money or fame or whatever, but at the end of the day, all that really matters is like the people you truly care about. So like, I have my whole life to go f off and live by myself. I may as well spend as much time with my mom and dad while I can.
The success may look larger than life, but at its core,
Valid.
it's held together by simple, real-life anchors that fame can't touch. In today's world, it's almost routine to watch creators blow up overnight, only to lose pieces of themselves along the way. The fame, the number, the pressure, it changes people. But Jynxzi never let those pieces slip away. He held onto them tightly. The laughter, the humility, the roots that shaped him. And more than anything, he kept close the relationship that mattered the most. His dad.
I've nothing but like the highest thanks to my dad. When I was like 17 years old and I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, my dad was the person who told me to just go for it, and he said, you'd be good at it.
There's Jynxzi, there he is. See him, chat, right there. There's Junko.
I created my
Aww. Yeah, that's literally like the best dad, bro. Like full supportive of your son.
Twitch account in 2019. I had 1 viewer for an entire year. That 1 viewer was my dad. He was in every stream, always hyping me up, and he never stopped believing in me. When you have somebody in your corner that's your dad and they believe in you from the jump, what else do you need? Call to my dad.
Yo.
Dad, I just hit 1 million.
No, I'm watching.
Oh, you're in?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm so happy I can't feel my arms.
I can't even feel my arms.
I think the story that is Jynxzi is far from over, but in its own way, it's come full circle. From the late nights of streaming to a few viewers, to teachers saying he would never make it, to now living the exact way he's always dreamt of, he's always been one thing. Himself. And yeah, the sacrifices were real, but if you asked him today whether he'd do it all over again, I don't even think there'd be a pause. The answer would be simple.
What the fuck did he just say there? That was a fucking awesome video. I'll sub to them. I love it his dad is supporting him from the beginning. Not many kids get that push of support he got. Oh, for sure, bro.